Hi, it's Gracie,
And Ryan.
and we are going to prune this sweet little Floribunda here. This is Moonlight in Paris. It is a blush to cream to peach, beautiful cabbage-shaped Floribunda
Yep.
from French breeder Delbard. And Floribunda is a little bit different than like a hybrid tea or a grandiflora. In general, most Floribundas don't have quite the thickness of their canes as like a hybrid tea would have.
Mhm.
They're a little bit more dainty, and we're going to leave a little bit more growth on this plant than we would on a really large hybrid tea. This plant is about, I don't know, 4 feet tall by 4 feet wide.
Yeah.
And again, it has lost most of its foliage because we had really high winds here. However, if your roses don't lose their foliage by the time you go to prune, you do need to remove all of the foliage. So it should just be down to the bare canes. Okay, this is a pretty thorny, spindly plant. So
Make sure you wear your gloves.
make sure you wear your gloves. Brian's just gonna get in here and clean this up. So right now he's just removing the obvious parts of the plant that definitely need to go. The top growth, anything that's crossing. But I am gonna leave a little bit more on this plant than I would a really, really big hybrid tea. So um, we'll see what it looks like at the end. The average thickness of these canes, I would say, are like around the thickness of my pinky. Except for the base canes, they're more like my thumb. Some of our other roses, they are very, very thick. They're a couple inches thick. So we cut more heavy-handed on those because they are so big, and they're going to produce a lot of growth from those thick canes. Okay, looks good.
Well, thank you.
So Ryan's going to cut out this piece that's going into the middle of the plant right here, because we don't want that. And we're just going to create a basket shape with this, just like we have been. Okay. And let's grab that. Yep. Let's grab that one. Mm-hmm. And let's take this off here.
I'm gonna take this new growth off.
Like that. Okay. So let's cut this here. Now you do want to cut with the outward facing bud eye on the outside. It's not like a hard and fast rule. Not everybody does it. Certainly, like with the amount of roses we have, it's more important to us that the roses get a good prune down as far as possible with the healthiest canes. We pay less attention to outward facing bud eyes, but it's pretty easy to make sure that that happens because bud eyes are so close to each other that you really can't miss it. So like let's take off, and let's just take this guy off. Good. Okay. And then let's remove this here.
And let's, yeah,
Yeah.
remove any foliage too that's left on there.
Yeah. And then I don't like this nub. Try to get that nub off if you can. Okay. This looks really good. And so this plant's only been in the ground here at our farm for it'll be 2 years this summer coming up, summer of 23. So it is a smaller plant. It means it's about a 3.5 to 4 year old plant. So it does have more years to put on more growth, and we right now we want to leave as much as possible because it's a younger plant, and we obviously grow these for production, so we want as much surface area of canes as possible to produce new shoots in the spring. If this were a little bit older plant, we may cut it a little more heavy-handed because it would have more growth at the base. But this looks really good. You could bring this guy down a bit.
Get rid of this guy too.
And I could bring this guy here. Yeah, and just cut that right there.
Watch your fingers, please.
I know. This looks good though. I'm happy with this. You can always get a little pickier and cut off these nubs here. Ryan will probably come in and do that, but this looks really good for a Floribunda. And they're really easy roses to grow, very healthy, low maintenance, and they bloom all season long prolifically. So highly recommended. And they can also be
containers.
That's what I was just going to say.
Well, look at that.
They're great for a container or a pot because they don't get usually more than about 4 feet, and you can easily tame them if you want them smaller. So Anything else to add?
Pick up the debris.
Pick up the debris, sweep everything up, remove the foliage, and then you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.